And joining me now, someone who knows a thing or two about shows of military force and a guy with one of the best titles in the world, former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, Admiral James Stavridis. He's now MSNBC's Chief International Security and Diplomacy Analyst. And Beth, Noah, and Heather are still here with me as well. Sir, it's obviously your MSNBC title I'm referring to there when I say you have a very cool title. Thank you for joining us. Look, I know you've been expressing concerns, objections to what's going to take place tomorrow. You saw the president there saying this is a way to honor the military. He says he was inspired, apparently, by what he saw at Bastille Day in France. What's your argument against it?
Kind of three things, Steve. One is the resources of this. I mean, this is expensive, and it takes equipment and troops away from other things they should be doing. So it kind of fails the common sense resources check, because we're the United States of America. We're the best military in the world. Believe me, we are the most lethal and professional military. We don't need a big parade the way the North Koreans do, or the Russians, or even the French, who have a long tradition of doing this. That's not us. So resources. Number two is the politicization of this. A lot of senior military, I will tell you, that I'm talking to are quite queasy about a fear they have that President Trump will, as he often does, give a campaign-style speech that really denigrates the Democrats and talks about divisions in the country. I hope he doesn't do that. If he gives a unifying, uplifting speech, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But if he doesn't, it kind of politicizes the military in ways that concern me. And then third and finally is really prosaic, but I'm going to mention it. It's, look, I've been in the military. I was in the military for 37 years. I've been in a lot of parades. Nobody in the military wakes up in the morning wanting to be in a parade. The military would much rather have the day off, like every other American, do a barbecue, have a beer in the backyard, be with their family. Instead, they're going to be part of this extravaganza. It's not how they want to spend the holiday, and I don't think that's the right way to honor them.
So there's the concern you're expressing there about the president's speech, how he would use that occasion, what he might say. There's also this issue we've said here that's out there about the RNC and tickets to the event. Let me put this up, though. This is from David French. He's a conservative writer at National Review. He's a veteran. And he argued that the military aspect of this, he said, might be positive, essentially. He says here, the use of tanks in an Independence Day celebration is simply no big deal. There's nothing ominous about their presence, especially given the fact that our military is rightly one of the last trusted institutions in America. It does not threaten our Constitution. It protects our founding principles. I guess the question I'd ask you then is to respond to that, if the president does not get explicitly partisan in this speech, I understand the concern you're expressing there. If he doesn't, could there be value on the grounds that David French is arguing here?
I think I'd say that it would be neutral at best. I certainly agree there's nothing ominous about tanks on the mall as static displays that people look at. Our military is resolutely apolitical. There are a few things in life I would bet my life on, but one of them is that our military is not political. What I'm concerned about is the appearance, the optics of it. I think that's concerning. And, you know, maybe we can split the difference and say a flyover is fine. But let's kind of try and reduce that military footprint on the ground, because we don't want to do anything that shifts our tradition away from that apolitical stance that the military strives to achieve at all times, Steve.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.